So, while the sad news of Kiss Anime, while it is gone, interesting news here as Japanese studios team up to launch free anime streaming YouTube channel Anime Log. But what could this also mean for Funimation and Crunchyroll? Could this be their demise? Well, let's take a look at that. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, as we already know, last video I talked about how Kiss Anime, Kiss Manga are gone. They're completely out. The servers are shut down. Very sad day for many anime fans. Well, interestingly enough, Japanese studios have teamed up to launch free anime. Now, this is pretty interesting news. I saw this over the weekend and I was very skeptical because there wasn't many links to it and whatnot, and so I didn't know whether to cover it. But then, of course, this came out by Bound to Get a Comics. Japanese studios team up to launch free anime streaming YouTube channel Anime Log. Now, there's a lot to talk about in terms of Anime Log. So, let's get into this. 30 Japanese animation studios have joined forces in order to launch Anime Log. This will be a new YouTube channel that will allow users to stream various anime titles free of charge. I mean, sounds good, right? Now, there's a few things we'll get into on this, but what could this also mean for Funimation and Crunchyroll, am I right? We'll get into that in a moment also. On August 6th, the first tweet from the official Anime Log Twitter account announced the creation of the Cross-Rights Animation YouTube channel Anime Log. Now, this sounds pretty good, but like I said, there's a lot to look into here. Because while there's going to be free anime on YouTube, which of course they'd be able to bring in revenue through ads, I would say, if anything. So, of course you could have a subscription to the channel, be free. And then, of course, as I stated, they'd be able to make money through monetization, ad revenue. That would all work. So there's that. Now, of course, here is their statement from Twitter. Today, we launched the Cross-Rights Animation YouTube channel Anime Log. I am unfamiliar, but I will also start a Twitter account, so thank you. So, this is sounding pretty interesting, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this next part, though. According to the official channel description, Anime Log will distribute series officially licensed from over 30 companies. Now, that obviously sounds good, sounds appealing. With the aim to carefully select and deliver family animations and nostalgic masterpiece animations. That's clearly the catch, because that means that not all anime is going to obviously be there. So, right there with that statement, I was like, oh, right. So that means that while there's going to be tons of anime, which is the good thing, this is not bad, but as you can tell, they're going to carefully select certain family animations. So you're not going to have like the whole library like you would with Kiss Anime, for example. And I mean, this is still a good way to be able to, counter the piracy issue, of course. But thing of it is that it's going to be select titles still. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of well-known ones, but then, of course, there are going to be some that just won't be available, which is the problem that some people have. The channel currently holds licenses for content produced by Shin-A Animation, Doraemon, Crayon, Shin-Chan, Tezuka Productions, Astro Boy, Blackjack, and Nippon Animation, Hunter x Hunter, and The Green Gables. Hey man, I like Hunter x Hunter. That's a good one. Yoshihiro Nagashi, man, he's a great one. He's a genius, in my opinion. I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho also, good series he made. Going forward, Anime Log will also host series from studios including Kodansha, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Shogakukan, Shueisha Productions, Case Closed, Pokemon, and Toei Animation, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. That's interesting. See, that's where, like, Funimation, considering, Dragon Ball, One Piece, right? Like, looks like you, didn't do too well last year whenever those audio leaks came out, huh? Oh. Sounds rough. Anime Log states that it will also be free of censorship. That's a big important one, because that's one big thing many people would be very concerned about is censorship, because obviously nobody wants anime to be censored. And with it also being YouTube and this platform, everybody knows how YouTube works and the issues with it. Oh, I wonder what's going to go on with a lot of that. We'll see how that turns out. The channel notes some of the works may be expressively inappropriate. The channel also intends to respect the historical background of the work when it was announced. the historical value of the work and have no discriminatory intention at all. So we are delivering it as it was. That's good because there should not be any censorship. Like, just keep that out. Keep the censorship out. Series currently available for streaming include the classics Blackjack, Future Boy Conan, and Lucy of the Southern Rainbow by 2022. The channel does hope to have 3,000 separate titles for users to enjoy. Oh, I mean, that's some variety. It's not bad. The channel's uploads are currently region restricted and available only to Japanese viewers, though the channel does plan to provide English and Chinese language subtitled content in the future. I mean, it's going to take time, obviously. I mean, a lot of titles to be uploaded to a channel, so, that's expected to take a good amount of time. There's no way that they're going to just upload all that at one time. I mean, that would be insane. And they would also have to, categorize that, right? Get that in the right order. The announcement of Anime Log's creation is welcome new for fans, many of which either live in areas where a series is not legally available or refuse to support the business practices of the Western anime industry. The shutdown of popular pirate anime streaming site Kiss Anime has left some anime fans worried about accessing their favorite series. What do you think of the birth of Anime Log? Does it really have a future on YouTube with its own history of censorship? Yeah, exactly. See, that's the big concerning thing is YouTube, its own censorship issues, and also them trying to possibly monetize certain content and then, it doesn't float because it doesn't fit YouTube's policies. I mean, I could see some problems with some anime, I guess, in that term because YouTube and how YouTube is. But this is apparently them, Anilog here, from what I found. They already have 30,700 people that have subscribed to them. So that's not bad. Starting off pretty good from what I found. So this is as much, and they only have 6 videos up at the current time being from what I found, which of course is going to take them a lot of time to upload stuff. But they have a few full episodes of one anime they've already put on there, which is Baki the Grappler. So they've started with that at least. But that's the big thing. It's going to take time to even build up there. But then again, of course, still with it being YouTube, there are going to be some anime that just aren't going to be there. And, here's the big thing also when it comes to sites like Kiss Anime that, whenever they go down, when one pirating site goes down, just keep in mind, there's going to be 5 more to just pop up. You know what I mean? It's just because you take down one, you're not going to take down all of them, and other people are going to find others to go to, obviously. I mean, that's, just what's going to happen. So, even though Kiss Anime may be gone, and for them to think that, well, because one's gone, you're going to have more that's going to pop up. And, that's the big thing to always keep in mind. And they'll probably have more variety, and even some things that won't even be available on Anime Log. So, who knows? But to think that because one pirate site's gone, another one's going to stay gone. No, that ain't going to happen. So, Christopher McDonald came out. Now, if you don't know who this is, this person, I have issues with. Some other people do too, because this person works for Anime News Network, and everybody knows how scummy Anime News Network is. Like Mike Toole and how he was going around labeling Lost Paws as well as Clownfish TV alt-right World War II villains, which obviously they're not, but, they went after them. And then, of course, they went after Hirohei when he made a video about them and tried to get his channel completely taken down. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers that. Goes to show you how scummy Anime News Network is. Well, Christopher McDonald came out and stated this. The anime shoutmasters have jumped on a 10-day-old relatively minor piece of news about a couple Japanese licensors putting catalog content on YouTube, and are loudly proclaiming this is because Japan is mad at Crunchyroll and Funimation, and that Crunchyroll and Funny are finished. Yeah, see, this is an attack on Hirohei. That's exactly what he's doing right here. He is attacking Hirohei right here. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, it's really cool that this old catalog content of going to be freely available on YouTube. Whatever legit platform it could be on, more anime, including catalog content, needs to be available worldwide to fans. But this is zero threat to Crunchyroll, Funimation, High Dive, or any anime streaming platform out there. Most about all of the content being put on YouTube is content these platforms didn't try to license. Oh, really? So Uh, well then, what about Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball's going to be on there. Funimation licensed it, so you sure about that? I don't think he knows what he's talking about there. This isn't even Japan, as if the Japanese anime industry was a super monolithic entity that acted in unison. The guy in charge is BJ Grumps. Yeah, okay, so we'll get into who he is in a moment. But the thing is, yes, this will be competition because it's going to be free on YouTube. People are going to go where free anime is, and this will encourage people, as they have before through Kiss Anime, for example. They're going to buy the merchandise. That's how Japanese companies have actually been able to get around piracy. Was they would throw out the merchandise so that people would buy that because that's how they would support the series, and that's how they made their money. That's how they got around piracy. Apparently, this guy doesn't seem to get that. This will be competition to Funimation as well as Crunchyroll, most definitely. Which, could this be the end of them, though? I don't think so, because I think that there could be some anime on Crunchyroll as well as Funimation that is not going to be streamed on this whole, YouTube channel. I mean, I could be wrong, but, I'm just saying that there is the possibility of that. So, you got to look at it like that. Whether you love the idea of a united Japanese anime industry run site or hate the idea, the fact is, a few visionaries have tried in the past and were never able to get anywhere near universal support from the Japanese industry. They could, though. I mean, realistically, they don't need Funimation or Crunchyroll to survive. I mean, they could do it on their own had they chose to. I mean, clearly obvious. And so, of course, throughout this thread, at the end, Benjamin Grubbs, or BJ Grubbs, as stated earlier, he came in and he made a statement. Credit goes to Analyze Log. Their executive team was part of the first successful SVOD anime service in Japan and is now forging ahead with the first AVOD offering. All I did was invest in this team. And glad to see Toei Animation, Shin E Animation, Shogakukan follow our lead. And Benjamin Grubbs himself, he actually has big connections with YouTube, I would guess, because he formerly worked with YouTube before he split off. And I would say that he's probably someone who has ties to YouTube in a pretty big way still. At least I would imagine. Now, I don't know that, but I'm saying I would imagine so. And the thing of it is that, Japan's going to fight back one way or another. I mean, when you look at it, whether this still works or not, big thing is that I think this is going to lead to Japan fighting back because here's why I state this. You look at it, Japan's already aware of the issues that's going on with Sony censorship. They're aware of the issues with Funimation. I mean, they're very, very aware. As well as Tencent trying to jump into anime as well, they are afraid of losing their freedom of expression, which is something that, the Love Hina mangaka brought up. That's why he went to the Japanese government to try to protect the freedom of expression so that the artists won't have their art changed or altered or, be told, oh, you can or can't do this or that, That was the entire point. Big thing to look at here is that, Japan's going to fight back one way or another. And whether this YouTube channel works or not, I think that eventually it's going to push into an area to where they're probably going to build up something themselves at this point going forward. And in terms of competition for Crunchyroll and Funimation, now I don't think this will be the end of Crunchyroll or Funimation, but AT&T already looking to sell Crunchyroll. Now I've heard rumors, mind you, this is just rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. I've heard rumors that Sony has turned down the deal for buying Crunchyroll, and if that's true, good, because that means that anime is at least safer. I mean, yeah, Crunchyroll's not necessarily the best site either, but it's better than Sweeney taking full control of anime in the West and then ruining that for the Western audience. Because Sweeney's strict censorship policy issues, yeah, that's a big problem. I mean, they would definitely censor or even potentially ban certain anime that they deem as problematic or doesn't suit their values, something like that. But I don't think that this is going to be the end of Crunchyroll or Funimation per se, but this is going to be competition for them, definitely. But, looking at it, when you're seeing studios now banding together, to think, hey, let's try to put everything on a platform, well, this starts to make me think that in the future, they may go further with this, that they may create their own platform. And by that time, there could be more studios that could jump in on this idea because they could think, well, this is a really good idea. And then, of course, that could be real big competition to Funimation and Crunchyroll by that point in time. And, people could be really invested in that and jump in on it. Now, I'm not saying that's 100% going to happen, but I'm saying I have a feeling this might lead on to that, which would be Japan really fighting back, which could be a really good thing if it turns out to happen that way. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you are still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.